Okay, one more. We're going to go to is now second base. We have two types of pickoffs at second base. One we call a spin move, and the other we call it inside move. With the spin move, what we're trying to do here is we're going to be, this is kind of a quick pick. We're trying to make ourselves quick and follow our glove side. So we get into our set. What we're going to do is disengage our back foot in, open up, and then we'll throw. The whole point of this and why we try to turn in and make that tight, we're going to make a tight circle or a small circle here with our feet. The bigger the circle that we step into, so if I start stepping out here, as you can see there's a bit of a drop on the back side, but the wider I get my base or the wider apart my feet are, the less I won't be quite as quick, and I'll have less accuracy coming over here to second base. Biggest mistake I usually see in that is guys step back and spin, and a lot of times they're pointed off in this direction and trying to throw back to second base. Okay, very tough thing to do. What we're going to do here, we'll go through the same premise. We'll start slow like we did at first. We're going to do the spin move at second base. So we'll come set, have our back foot come in, open up, and throw. Okay, so come set, in, open up, and throw. So again, the quicker we can get this, the better we're going to be. Okay, so the quicker we can get, the better. So as you notice, when I finish up, my front foot is pointed right at my target. So the main object of doing the spin move, we have timing plays within our infield. You'll have, it depends on the team that you have and how advanced you are, but you're going to have possibly an open glove technique where shortstop or second baseman believes that the base runner's off too far. They're going to point their glove or their hand, if it's second base, towards second, and you're going to have to do a spin move to try to pick this guy off. You may have timing plays set within your infield. You as a pitcher or coach sets it out, and that will be indicative of timing play to do some sort of spin move to work on that. Okay, so we'll do a couple more, try to speed it up a little bit. Okay, again, you notice we keep that circle nice and tight. We don't get too wide. Quicker we can get. Now, if you notice the last one, I did what we call a little bit of a jump pivot. That's a little more advanced, but that takes guys that I can move my front foot and my back foot at the same time. Technically, in the rule book, I need to disengage my back foot before my front, but if I'm doing this all at the same time, okay, it appears that I've moved. It's too quick of a move to have anybody or an umpire to detect it. So I'll do another jump pivot on it. Okay, so the quicker the feet can be, the better your pick is going to be. Next one we're going to work on is the inside move at second base. Now this move is more for deception, which is basically a no-no in the pitching book, but this is a legal move. So what we want to do here is we want to really just have a similarity between our balance point here, our up and down balance point in our pitch, and our pick. So what most guys do when they pitch, they're going to come up and down here and go forward and pitch. A lot of guys, when they pick off to go to second base, on this inside move, will just lift and go. So you can see from this angle, there's a definite distinguishing or a big difference between the two moves. So what we're trying to do here is I'm going to give you an inside move that adapts the up and down movement. Okay, so we can have the base runner at second base try to get into a secondary lead, because we do have some base runners at times that as soon as a pitcher lifts up his knee, he'll start to move into a secondary lead. And these are the types of guys that we can pick off on an inside move. I've seen guys even at AA, AAA level will take their secondary lead, look to the plate, and the ball has already been thrown to second base. So it's an excellent move, but it's got to be done right. It can't be, it's something that you really have to commit to get it done right. So what we're going to do, the first step of this is actually to really work again on our balance, which is our up and down movement. To be able to do this up and down and then take our momentum back towards second base. Okay, so there's a couple different phases in this. So here's the first one. We're coming up and down without touching the ground. We're going to come back, step, and throw. Ourselves around the horn. We're going to move ourselves now to third base. What I would challenge the left-handers to do is kind of look like they're looking in a mirror right now, as this was a first base move. What we're going to do here is that we're going to work on our angles here. I've got a line that's approximately 45 degrees, which is technically not a rule in the rule book. There is no such thing as a 45-degree angle, but you'll often get many umpires say, hey, he went past 45. And in a sense, it's a bit of a judgment on with the rule. The rule is on momentum. So if my momentum is carrying myself towards home, I can't throw back to third base. Or vice versa on the other side with first base, I can't go home and then pick to first base. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 3 levels of this pickoff, and they're more of a setup. And there's a couple different phases. So the first part I'm going to work on just basic straight on and give you head movement, that type of thing. As a pitcher, normally when I'm pitching home, I watch my base runner as long as I can. Last minute, I pick up the plate. There's a big, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but there's this big thought that we are deceiving a runner by giving a big look home, or a big, almost like I call it, a big fake home. So what we're trying to do here is the first one, which I'll call, say, our C move, is that we're going to look away early. So when I pick, I'm going to step directly at third base, and then I'm going to look away early. Okay, so big fake, step, and throw. And every time I want to make sure when I finish, I'm just going to come and walk myself right to the bag. Okay, so if you watch here in our balance point, the same thing, exactly as we were. Another crucial reason why we work on our balance stage is we're here right in the balance stage, look away, come back, and throw.